Another tough overtime loss for the Patriots in Tennessee, and they're staying on the road to face the Chicago Bears. We're here to break it down for you. What's up, everybody? It's Mike Dussault, Evan Lazar, and Evan. I got to start first. We know Caleb Williams, Drake Maye, that's the big matchup, but let's give a little love to Drake Maye just at the end of that game, willing the team into overtime. It was a pretty exciting performance there.
It was very exciting, and I know that some people are going to poke some holes with the turnovers and things like that, but you come away so optimistic week after week of what he's putting out there on the positive side. Scrambles, in structure, out of structure playmaking. Look, this is the guy that the Patriots drafted. I keep on saying this to people. They didn't draft a game manager. They draft a guy that wants to make plays. He's got a little gunslinger in him, so they got to reel him in at times. But overall, it's just the arrow is pointing way, way up.
All right, so speaking of gunslingers, Caleb Williams, of course, first overall pick. I mean, he's been as advertised. And, I mean, a little boomer bust at times. He gets out of the pocket. He's able to make plays. We saw that all through college. Certainly a huge test for this Patriots defense to kind of keep him contained. Absolutely. You think that's going to be the plan, Ev? Keep him in the pocket, make him go through the progressions, and beat you with his arm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. When you watch him on film, he's like Houdini in the pocket. He's really, really agile. You don't really see that at first when you just look at him, but then you watch him play, and he's very, very quick, and he's able to spin out, or almost like old school Russell Wilson-esque, like if you want to go there. I don't know, maybe Mahomes a little bit, but he's got that uncanny ability to create out of structure, and that's when he's his most dangerous, throwing out of structure in particular. But when you look at the numbers, one of the surprising things with Caleb Williams is that the deep ball has not been very effective for him this year. He's one of the worst passers in the league, throwing 20-plus yards down the field. When they drafted him in his college tape at USC, you expected this explosive down the field playmaker, and they've been much, much better slowly matriculating the ball down the field in the short passing game versus throwing the ball deep. So maybe some timing, chemistry type things that they're still trying to work out there in Chicago.
You mentioned the passing game, and of course he's got some weapons on that team. I mean, it's just a nice mix. I mean, you like Keenan Allen, of course, reliable route runner when he's healthy. Of course, you draft Rome Odunze in the first round out of Washington, another big explosive player. And then, of course, you have DJ Moore, who is kind of, I guess, the guy keeping everything moving along the way. This is a big challenge. The Patriots' 30th ranked DVOA pass defense. They haven't been great. They haven't really seen an attack like this, though, with these kind of weapons at the receiver position, have they?
It's a big challenge, and it's also at the same time the Bears are kind of underperforming on the offensive side of the ball. So for Chicago, this has to feel like an opportunity to really get right against a defense that's struggling a little bit. The Bears are 27th in DVOA on offense right now. Caleb Williams is sandwiched right between Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew, and ESPN's QBR metric at 27th out of 31 quarterbacks. So we're not talking about a guy that's lighting the world on fire right now, and it's surprising given all the weapons that you just laid out. And they really went out this offseason and made a point. Rome Odunze in the draft, Keenan Allen via trade, DeAndre Swift in free agency. They did all the right things to try to help out Caleb Williams. So their offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, he's under a lot of fire there in Chicago right now. Maybe he's the problem, but they also have a young quarterback too.
So you mentioned DeAndre Swift, and again, Patriots gave up over 150 yards rushing again last week against the Titans. Their run defense has just kind of been in a free fall. Better performance against the Jets a couple of weeks ago, but DeAndre Swift, am I wrong to think that he should scare me the most of everybody in this game?
No, not at all, and I have the same exact take. When I watch this Bears offense right now, it's Swift that's really been the most consistent weapon that they have. They're still not great in terms of efficiency, 22nd in DVOA as a run team, but he's an explosive guy, and he's definitely a playmaker, and they get a lot of light boxes for him by running gun runs and RPOs and things like that, and they can get downhill on you quickly with this run game, a big duo gap scheme type of run game. So they're coming right at you, and they're going to get him in the open field and get him some explosive plays. Really long touchdown run the last couple of weeks. So he's a good player.
Let's flip it over to the other side of the ball, because look, we're talking about the same things I feel like every week. We're talking about the run defense, and of course now we got to talk about the pass protection. And again, tough last week, some key moments with pressure. I mean, certainly Jeffrey Simmons up the middle. That's not fun for anybody to deal with. But with Javon Dexter, Montez Sweat, these guys have another kind of set, a couple guys up front that can really win. I mean, just look at some of the numbers. Combined 7.5 sacks, 18 QB hits. they are going to be a problem if this Patriots offensive line can't get it together, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're 10th in pressure rate as a team. They're 2nd in pass rush win rate as a team. So this is a group that can get after the quarterback, and they really do it with a 4-down defense. They don't blitz a ton. This is kind of like a Gus Bradley-inspired Seattle 3 type of system where they don't blitz a lot. They play a lot of zone. That's what you're going to see on Sunday if you're the Patriots. So in some ways, what I like about the matchup, it is kind of predictable, right? Like, you know what you're going to get. But at the same time, Chicago 4th in DVOA and pass defense, but they're 30th against the run. So the one thing that you can do on this Bears defense is run on them. The problem is the Patriots haven't been able to run the ball. So this is a weakness on weakness type of matchup. You look at that Cardinals team last week, though, they ran all over this Bears defense. So if the Patriots can get Ramondre Stevenson going a little bit in this game, that should help slow down that pass rush. I know that that's been tough sledding for the Patriots the last couple of weeks, but that's really where this Bears defense is vulnerable.
Yeah, stop the run, get the run going. We've heard those refrains before.
For like month.
We'll see if the Patriots are able to do it this week. They had, a nice win a couple weeks ago against the Jets, fell just short against the Titans. We'll see if they can get that elusive 3rd win of the season in Chicago against the Bears.